Hello everybody, this is Valencia and welcome to my channel Balloons and Business, where I show you the business of balloon and event decor. So I'm going to show you how I made this setup for a Prince themed bridal shower from beginning to end. For this setup I decided to make a backdrop stand out of PVC pipes, so I'm going to show you how I did that, as well as how I hung up my backdrop and how I set everything up at the event. So if you want to see how I did this, just stay tuned. So for my backdrop stand, I bought three 3/4 inch diameter PVC pipes, and each of these are 10 feet long. You can use the PVC pipe cutter that they offer at the Home Depot, and you can cut your poles down to the sizes that you want. And so this is what I'm using for this backdrop stand. All the information for the materials that I use for this backdrop stand will be listed in the description box below this video. So the backdrop that I purchased is from Sticker Banners, and I will list that website in the description box below this video. But I have this backdrop custom made for the client. It's 6 feet tall by 4 feet wide, and I had it made with pole pockets at the top. Now I thought I ordered this with pole pockets at the bottom as well, but I guess I forgot to place that in the order. So I'm going to show you how I dealt with that later on. But anyway, I'm sliding one of the 4 feet poles through that pole pocket. And then I'm going to take one of my elbow fittings and put it on each side of the 4-foot pole. Then I'm going to take the two 6 feet poles and I'm going to fit them into the pole fittings on each side. So I'm going to lay this down and I'm going to get the 4-way fittings. And I'm going to put it in facing the direction that I'm showing you in the video on the opposite ends of the 6-foot poles. And then I'm going to take that last 4-foot pole and stick it into each end of the 4-way fittings. Then I'm going to take the 4 pieces of PVC pipe that I cut to 12 inches and stick them into the remaining holes of the 4-way fittings. And this is how the backdrop stand looks with all of the PVC pipe pieces placed into the fittings. So before I secure this backdrop stand with some Gorilla Tape, I want to trim off some of the excess PVC pipe because there's some big gaps between the backdrop and the actual poles. So I use my PVC pipe cutter just to take about 1 inch or so off all of the poles, and then I reassembled my stand and used the duct tape to secure it. So remember when I said that I forgot to order this backdrop with a bottom pocket pole? Well, I solved that by cutting a small slit at the bottom of the backdrop banner and then sliding a zip tie through that slit and wrapping it around the bottom pole. So when making my balloon garland, I'm going to blow my balloons up 2 at a time, round them out, and tie them together into dupes. These are 11-inch balloons I'm blowing up right now, and I'm underinflating them to around 10 inches. And then these are 18-inch balloons, and I'm underinflating them to around 17 inches. This is an organic balloon garland, so you can inflate them to whatever size you want. So now I'm going to take 2 11-inch dupes and 1 18-inch dupe, and I'm going to double twist them together into a cluster. Then I'm going to take a 260 balloon, and I'm going to tie the ends together to make a rubber band. And then I'm going to take one of my clusters, wrap a couple balloons around that 260, then take another cluster and wrap a couple balloons from that cluster around that same 260. And that's how I'm connecting my clusters together. And now I'm going to repeat this method. You want to try to wrap your 11-inch balloons around the 260 because you can fit more balloons in there. And you want to wrap at least 2 to 3 balloons in each cluster around there for a nice tight fit. So basically I'm alternating my colors, but you can do it in whatever pattern you like. So once I'm done connecting all the clusters together, I'm going to attach this balloon garland base to my stand. So I'm going to take a 260 balloon, tie it to that balloon garland base, and then wrap it around the pole in the stand. I'm going to wrap it around at 3 parts. I'm going to wrap it at the top, the middle, and the bottom so I can make sure it's nice and secure on that stand. Now I made a smaller balloon garland for the other side. And the reason why I did that is because I wasn't sure how thick I wanted it to be at the top on the other side. As you can see, the bride-to-be signage is at the top, and I don't want to cover it up to where you can't see it. So what I'm going to do now is manually add clusters on as I feel. So I'm adding another cluster with the two 11-inch dupes and the one 18-inch dupe, and I'm going to attach that with the 260. And notice when I attach this cluster, I'm going to push it a little bit behind so you can still see the bride-to-be. Now I'm taking a cluster of 4 11-inch dupes. So I'm not adding any 18-inch balloons to this one because I don't want it to be too thick to where you can't see that bride-to-be at the top. So I'm attaching it to the balloon garland base, and then I'm going to kind of push it a little bit into the pole and push it behind to where you can still see the lettering. And so I decided to make things equal. So I took off a cluster on the opposite end and decided to make a similar cluster like I did at the top of the other end, and then attach it to the top so it looks even on both sides. Now that I got my balloon garland base secured on the backdrop, I'm just adding a few 11-inch clusters to the bottom of that base so that you don't see those 12-inch poles that are being used to, secure the base of the stand. I'm going to cover that up. And if you notice that the backdrop is moving at the bottom as I'm securing the balloon garland, don't worry about that. I actually took that zip tie off at the bottom, but when I get to the event location, I'm going to put a new zip tie on at the bottom so it'll be nice and secure and you won't see that gap. So now I'm just removing my balloon garland bases, and I'm going to transport those in my van to the location. So now it's time for me to blow up my 5-inch decorators before the event. So what I'm going to do is make a pearl balloon garland with my 5-inch decorators. And I've done this before, but I'm going to show you how I do it again. So I'm going to take a 260Q balloon and tie it around a dupe of 5-inch balloons. Then I'm going to take another dupe of 5-inch balloons and place it on top in the opposite direction. And then I'm going to wrap that 260 around both of the balloons, around the top dupe and then around the bottom dupe. One good time and tug for security. And then I'm going to take another dupe, firmly press it on top of the dupe directly below it, and then wrap that 260 around those two dupes. And then I'm going to continue going, placing each dupe in the opposite end of the dupe directly below it, and then wrapping that 260 around the last two dupes. To make it longer, I'm going to add another 260. I'm just going to tie those 260s together. Make sure you double tie them, and then continue on making my pearl garland until I've made it to the length that I want to make it. If it's not long enough when you actually put it on the garland, you can always manually add dupes by twisting them into the pearl garland, and I'll show you how to do that. Once I'm done making it to the length that I want, I'm just going to wrap that 260 around one of the balloons and just tie the 260 into itself. So now it's the next day and I'm here at the event location. So I'm going to reassemble my backdrop. Now I like to make my balloon garland bases the night before. A lot of people ask me how early or in advance you can make your balloon garlands. You can make them several days before as long as you keep them inside of the house. But I usually make mine the night before, and I definitely had to do that for today because I had 2 events to do. So I made my balloon garland bases the night before and just transported them in pieces in my van. So now I'm reattaching those zip ties to the bottom of the banner and attaching them to that bottom pole. And I decided to attach 3 zip ties this time so it's nice and secure on that backdrop. And so now I'm adding my balloon garland bases on each side. And I left the 260s onto that balloon garland base, so I'm just retying them onto the poles. As I'm doing that, I'm kind of pushing the balloon garlands into the pole of the PVC backdrop so it's nice and secure on there. And then I'm kind of playing with it so you can still see the lettering at the top. Now, sometimes when you get to a location and you pre-make your balloon garland bases, they kind of fit on the backdrop a little differently. And so you might have to add clusters to fill in gaps that weren't there when you originally made it at your house. So I'm just adding a few clusters at the bottom again because you can see those bottom poles of the stand. So you can see it right there on the right hand side. So I want to make sure that's covered up so they don't see the poles of the stand. So I'm just adding a couple more clusters. And of course, as you can see, I'm working with limited space. So I'm trying to, make this work within the space that they've given me. A key tip that I want to give is blowing up a few extra clusters and dupes just to take with you in case you have to do something like this and you're in a situation where you don't have an electrical unit for your balloon pump. Just blowing up a few extra clusters will save you a lot of time. So now I want to add my 5-inch pearl garlands to the balloon garland. So I'm going to cut it 2/60 in half, and then I'm going to tie them to each end of my pearl garlands. Once I do that, I'm going to take my pearl garlands and I'm going to configure them into the bigger balloon garland. I'm just going to wrap those 2/60 halves around the balloon in the balloon garland and tie the 2/60 into itself. Now the key is to try to get them to kind of nestle into the balloons and not just sit on top of the balloons. You want them to look like they're part of the balloon garland. So you may have to, take some time and rearrange them to get it to where it sits the way you want to. And you also may want to put them in a pattern. So you notice that the top pearl clusters, I have them going up and out in the opposite direction. And the bottom pearl clusters, I have them going down and out in the opposite direction. And then if you want to add some more clusters, you can blow up some more dupes of 5-inch balloons and just twist them into the clusters to make them longer. So you see me just twisting those 5-inch pearl clusters to make them extend a little longer and cover up gaps so you can get them to the length that you want to. So now I'm just filling in this balloon garland with just extra little balloons and clusters and stuff like that, just to make sure that you don't see the poles on the side. So you can't see it from the front, but if you look at the backdrop from the side, you can see some of the poles. So I decided to, make sure that's covered up. Now I'm adding some butterflies with some U glue dashes, and you can get these off of Amazon. These are tougher than your average glue dots. These are really, really strong glue dashes. You don't want to put these on furniture or anything like that because, you'll really have a difficult time taking them off, like scraping them off of furniture. But I'm applying my butterflies with these U glue dashes, and I'm kind of making them go in a pattern like they're kind of going up and out and they're clustered together. So here's the finished product to this Prince-themed bride-to-be setup. The key to doing these events successfully is to make sure that you do as much as you can ahead of time, because you never know what's going to happen when you get to the actual event location. So if you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, go ahead on and like it, and please subscribe, and you'll get notifications on future videos on balloon and event decor. And until next time, I will see you guys later.